This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Whew. It has been a day.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a day. I don't even know why it's been a day, honestly. It all stemmed from on Twitter, someone who has listened to our podcast. I want to get it right, because it started this wildfire, and this is the Colts Saints preview pod. So we are going to get into the Colts and Saints preview pod, but I don't know where all this started. Someone was into our podcast. He said, someone questioned, like, "Oh, where'd you hear this whole Derek Carr? Like, wasn't a fan of Taysom Hill coming on the field and blah blah." And he's like, "Oh, here, man, I heard it on this podcast." He links it. No big deal. I retweeted. Cool. Keep it. It caused a wildfire today. A wildfire. Listen, man, we've been doing this podcast. It'll be 4 years in March, which is wild, by the way. We had no intentions of doing this podcast when we started it. But we didn't have any intentions of it being an actual podcast. We wanted to have a little one-off, get some Saints news from Tony Pauline, go about our day. 2020. And yet it has developed into something that is now our business. It is something that we take pride in doing. It's not our primary job. It's something that we do on the side, but we still take pride in it. We work very hard, and we've worked very hard on this podcast to build it where it is. I think the issue I had, I guess, the most beats with today is people who, one, have never listened to our podcast, or two, just people who are burner accounts, because the burner accounts came out in full force today.
Man.
Discrediting what we know and discrediting our credibility. The first thing that you get taught in journalism school, you don't got to go to journalism school. You can just watch a movie or a fucking TV show. I'm not saying we're journalists, or I'm not saying we're press, not saying anything like that. All I'm saying is that one knows that you are not to ever fucking disclose your source.
Duh.
So why did we get asked numerous times for us to disclose our source on the little tidbit we dropped about Derek Carr and his feelings of Taysom when he signed here with the Saints?
It's the dumbest thing. I'm like, why are you even asking that? So what's your source? Why?
Reveal your source.
No.
Fucking dummies.
Like, no,
Big dummies.
no.
If you have been rocking with us for these 3.5 years, at this point, the shit that we say on here, it may not it may not come out in the moment of what we're saying that we know what we're talking about, but at some point the shit always comes out. Always. And what's very interesting to me, let's just talk about the stuff we talked about this season. We've broken on this podcast. We're not even in the breaking news business. We hinted at the Carl Granderson deal when we were talking with John Hendricks. A couple of weeks later, Carl Granderson, big creep, has a contract extension. We hinted at Derek Carr playing against the Bucs. I almost quoted the tweet word for word that Ian Rappaport was going to put out, bro.
Joe did.
Sure enough, Derek Carr played in the game against the Bucs. Like a smaller one was even, I was like, man, I think the Saints were trying to work out a deal with Cesar Ruiz. Like I didn't even have time to go find that one because it was so small on the radar. Guess who got extended? Cesar Ruiz. So what today reminded me of is we said this earlier last offseason, last offseason, maybe it was this one, I don't even remember, I don't know what time is, that the Saints wanted to interview 3 offensive coordinators. No, it was this offseason. Three offensive coordinators. They couldn't interview a single one because no offensive coordinator wants to work with Dennis Allen. It wasn't again, same thing happened. Who's your source? But then our buddy Ross Jackson goes to our buddies, the Saints City and Me podcast, and says the same news a couple months later. We know what we're talking about. But what's interesting to me is every time we've put something out there, gave a little breadcrumb, whatever, we've never gotten a pushback like this before. Ever.
Right.
Gotta go back to this common denominator thing, bro. Like, now some of those accounts that was coming at us today, they felt kind of insurrectionist-y. Fake news. False news.
It's very weird. Weird accounts.
David Carr, Darren Carr, Derek Carr's wife, just stop charading. And if it's not the family members, just people of Derek Carr's, can we stop? Can we stop? Like, some of the tweets were just so blatantly fucking obvious of who you were. Like come on, man. Like, we're not dumb.
Unless they are, that means we're just some diehard Derek Carr fans out there, bro. Like, the world is weird like that, man.
That is true.
Jameis 101. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Jameis 101. Speaking of which, he is doing victory fucking laps right now, right? I told you. I think the biggest issue, though, that was today is someone on Twitter who's been blocked for years because it's very obvious that he comes from a white male elitist. I am better than you, and I'll say it on the pod. Probably racist. Discrediting what we know and saying that, I talked to sources inside the Saints and Derek Carr, there was no discussion of Derek Carr in terms of like reducing snaps for Taysom. First of all, I don't think we ever mentioned anything about Taysom snaps being reduced. Like, so if you're going to put something out there or try to discredit us correctly. One, I know you can't discredit us because I know what I know, but discredit us correctly. But you can add us. We have an email address, but to do that shit, that's shit I don't. I deal with shit in my job. That's like, seriously. So when I'm trying to do this for fun and talk about the Saints and be a business, I ain't trying to get into all that, man. So it was a very interesting, very weird day. We're out here for clicks, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, you're talking about Andrew Juge, and he talking about...
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't even...
What killed me is, like, ignore the misinformation, people. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, no. Like, look, you got a podcast just like we do.
Come on.
You got your little sources just like we do.
Come on.
We hear something, and if we would put it like this, the people that listen to our podcast know we're not gonna say some shit just to say it. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? Or just put some bullshit out there. So if we put it out there, either there's it, if you can't call it a fact, it's truthful. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it's actually coming from somewhere. No, we're not the media. We can't go to 3 different sources and confirm and get the 3 sources. No, we're not doing that. That's why we don't put out a tweet say breaking. No, we talk about the shit on the podcast, and that's the only thing we tweeted out today. Talking about what we talked about on the podcast. Now, if Andrew he has his source or sources that can't confirm it, that's not misinformation. You just can't confirm that. So if you want to be like Mr. fucking media guy, then you put out and say, I'm unable to confirm this report. But you don't put out no fucking misinformation.
Come on now.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
And the
go ahead
crazy
with that
thing
shit.
is, Ryan, you and I are the coolest fuck. Like, we are the coolest fucking dudes. Like, we chill as shit. But when you come out and you attack our integrity, or
Right.
I don't care who you are. Don't care who you are.
And like I was telling everybody kept commenting in my mentions. I'm like, look, bro, if you don't believe it, I don't care. Like, you know how many tweets are out there of people saying, oh, I heard source this, source that, sources say this, sources that. You can believe it or not. I see shit all day. So I look at it sometimes I'm like, that sounds like bullshit. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And you move the fuck on.
And then here, and we've tried to teach our listeners, just like Greg Rosenthal told us. Okay. When you hear something in football media, if it's from Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, whoever it is, the first question you have to ask yourself is, who does this benefit?
Right.
That's it. So if we say something, the things that we say, maybe from the aspect of they're just saying this to get clicks and listens and trying to get up. Man, we do okay listens and clicks wise. Can I say that? We do all right. We're doing a lot better than we were doing last year.
Right.
Thank y'all for who are listening.
We ain't thirsty like that, dang.
Nah. So we say the shit we say because we feel it's important that the fan base knows exactly what's going on with the fucking New Orleans Saints. Right. Point blank, period. You're not getting a spin with us. You're not getting, now you might get opinion, but you're not going to get, this is what the Saints wants the team, or the Saints wants fans to know in terms of spin. CD Deuce trade happened. 5-10 minutes later, boom, there's an article. Trevor Penn, and keep in mind, I'm just telling how the sausage is made. Trevor Penning gets benched after an article comes out. That information comes from the team. The team wants the fans to have a justification of why they're doing things. We just want the fans to know the full truth. Period. Right. We talked about the Big Creek extension. Who does that benefit? No one, really. Like, if anything, it would probably, I don't even know who the fuck it would benefit. It would benefit no one. So if we say that, and reiterating, if I am saying that when Derek Carr came on the team, he was not a fan of Taysom Hill coming on the field, then who does that benefit? Like, no one, right? So it was such a weird day. But if you look at Taysom Hill's snaps numbers this season, they lower this year than they were last year. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I'm just saying, right? There's I think, especially this season, especially with Dennis Allen, the leader, there's a lot of shady shit going on in the Saints organization right now. And as a team, you're a reflection of who your head coach is, right? The Saints are in a pretty shitty predicament where their head coach is essentially kind of shady. And you have, did Derek Carr really say that he was not screaming at Chris Olave in the media after,
Yeah,
and then this
right on the post game.
this nigga got you in 4K, bro. 4K. No, I wasn't streaming it. Accountability.
I wasn't directing it at him. I was just, I was just annoyed at the time, angry, passion of the game, blah blah blah. Like, bro, we see it. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
but we have an agenda, bro. Like,
that's all we try to do is cut through the bullshit, bro. Like,
that's it.
Like the media do their job. They do the best they can. They put out what they can put out. And our checks not getting cut by the Saints. We don't have access. So the little information we do get, we try to bring it to y'all, bro. Like, we try to bring the information we get to y'all. Like, is that a problem? Do you not want us when we hear something? Do you not want us to say it? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, man, we might shit, man. Speaking of fucking clicks, we just might put everything behind a fucking paywall. It seems to work well. It's a good business model. Just saying. Speaking of the Saints, we're not getting cuts from checks from the Saints. We're not getting cuts for them, but I know for damn sure we getting listens for them. So if they want to hear what we saying, and this has been going on for almost 3 years now, we know even when Sean was in the building, our podcast plays on Airline Drive. That is a absolute fact. Might play in Mickey. I can almost guarantee you it probably plays in Mickey's office too. So if Mickey fucking Loomis wants to hear what we saying, to me that's enough. That means what we say matters, because what we say largely, not all the time, but largely encompasses what a lot of Saints fans feel. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I think that if anything today, I think our podcast is showing kind of mean business, and you don't ruffle as many feathers we did today without our podcast meaning something. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. So we're gonna get from one thing, and we can't even talk. Bro, it's gonna be like a 2-hour podcast before we start talking about the fucking Colts game, because now we gotta talk about Chris Olave. Just on the last podcast, you were saying that the microscope was going to be on Chris Olave. This nigga just did a 70 in a 35, bro.
In a 35, bro. In Kenna? Come on. Come on, Chris. Making it hard for me, bro.
My man's stressed. Stressed, bro. Ryan, think about it, bro. In high school, he was probably a dominant elite athlete. He goes to Ohio State. He has Justin Fields. He has CJ Stroud. He plays great at Ohio State, runs a great 40 at the combine, gets drafted high in the draft, has a great rookie season, should have been offensive rookie of the year. Don't care what anyone fucking says. Almost run rookie of the year with Jameis and Andy Dalton, Ryan. Do you know how hard that is, bro?
Very hard.
That's impressive.
Very hard.
In a shit offense last year, like offense that was not very good.
It was not very good.
This is probably the first time in his career as a football player, professionally or not, that he has dealt with adversity.
Right. Exactly.
Right. And it just really you are who you are kind of in how you handle adversity. So his quarterback play has been awful, and for whatever reason, don't get me wrong, like you've said, there's been times in some games where the effort hasn't been there, and that's on him. Like, that is on him. You talked about the immaturity. This is kind of another little peg in that immaturity, that he's not making mature decisions. So your quarterback's yelling at you almost all the time now. And I got to say on the podcast again, because I don't know if people have heard us, I am 99.9% sure that the routes that the receivers are running are not being properly communicated to the receivers when Derek Carr is changing the plays. I'm going to say that again. They are not properly being communicated to the wide receiver when Derek Carr is audibling and changing the plays.
Sounds like something Mike Thomas said recently too.
But we no sources, right? Anyway, Think also we were the first podcast that kind of put that out there on the spot. But anyhow, and so there's a lot. And then on top of that, he's been the center of attention of like you said, the microscope is on him like that, just looking. And now you just add this on top of it. It's just like, and the funny thing is, like, I don't even feel like it's like a big deal. It's not a great decision. It's like, but
no.
Like everything combined with everything that's already happened this season.
Exactly. Like especially this week when you was just
this
on
week,
national
Ryan.
TV.
This thing couldn't wait 3 weeks.
Derek Carr screaming at you. Everybody talking about Chris Olave, and then this happened. It's like, oh, something's wrong with Chris Olave.
Yeah, the man wants a new quarterback. Help him, please. Can someone help him? Can we help him?
Help the man, bro. And on the bigger picture, bro, like these are the lumps you go through as a young man, go through as a
absolutely
professional football player making millions of dollars.
Marshawn Lattimore went through the whole arrest.
Marshawn Lattimore. And even before that, Marshawn Lattimore was going through issues with effort, like not showing up for certain opponents, stuff like that. Look, Michael Thomas had the it's like you can't compare everybody to Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas came in the league like a demon. He played with Drew Brees under Sean Payton. We don't know how Michael Thomas would have reacted if he came in a year under DA and Derek Carr and all this stuff. We don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not trying to say like Chris Olave should be absolved of anything. He should. No, I understand. Like, but I'm just saying people going crazy. Cut him, trade him, like should he be suspended? I'm like, what is y'all just calm down, calm down. Like the dude needs to be sit down. Like chill.
Just call him a nigga with the hard ER and just get it out the way. Please.
For real, bro.
Am I wrong though, Ryan? Am I wrong?
Man.
Because I haven't even looked at Twitter regarding that whole topic or debate, but like I'm pretty sure I know what the certain demographics look like. I'm just saying.
Man, it's just how you expect, bro.
Just
how you expect. It's been a lot though. It's been a lot. I'm like, what y'all just calm down, man. You know, like yes, the dude probably needs a stern talking to. You know, he needs to sit down. The coach if you had like a coach with some balls, you would sit down with him. And
you preaching right now because I was like, how someone ever talked to you and you didn't respect them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sound like Chris Olave in the post game.
Exactly, and that's where we at with the Saints, bro. Like no real leadership. You know, it's just sad, bro. So like if somebody like DA say he set Chris down for like a game or something like that, like that would not have the effect as if say a Sean Payton set him for a game. You know what I'm saying?
Complete night and day. I think it's also important to bring it up too. Is like your head coach just as like not that like what was it Friday or whatever day it was like ran over the bus with you and then back you up to the media.
Yeah, this past
when you did not do anything wrong.
He did nothing wrong, bro. He did nothing wrong.
And this is what your coach said, bro, about you to the media. Because as everyone said today, it wasn't said in the media. Like no. Can I just remind people really quickly? Pete Carroll last offseason said that they didn't have any intentions of trading Russell Wilson. He said it to the media. To the media! He's in 4K. I can pull up the clip. I can clip it and post it on our Twitter account. Russell Wilson got traded like 2 weeks later. Can we stop this? Oh, Derek Carr, it wasn't said in the media. No. People lie, especially in the NFL, in the media, all the fucking time. All the time. Like they use the media as pawns.
Right. Yeah, like we know this.
So I hope whatever. I'm not going to social work it. Not going. My man's going through something. Can I say that? Like, and this is no insight. This is just common sense, man. Man is, for the first time, has adversity as a football player, and he's going through something. And speaking of leadership, like, this to me is a situation where, and we probably might not know anything ever about it, bro. Mike Thomas probably going to shoot him a text message, go from practice, put his arms around him, say, hey, young buck, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
That's what a leader does. I can see AK doing it. That's the leader on the team. That's what leaders do, So, I guess we got to talk about this Colts game. Both teams are 3-4. We're recording this Tuesday night. We don't know the injury report. We apologize, but we like to record it Tuesday, give y'all more chances to listen to it before the day of the actual game.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
I saw the Colts play against the Browns on Sunday on Red Zone, and I was like, the niggas ain't going to be in the Colts. They're not beating the Browns. Like, not beating the Colts. The only sliver of hope I give them is that the two times that Dennis Allen has played Gardner Minshew, he has cooked him every single time. When he was on that high, his rookie season in Jacksonville, last year, and in the Eagles, where DA and Trey Con walk in like they done won the fucking Super Bowl and they got the smoke going, bruh. Just DA has had Gardner Minshew's number. So if you want optimism, there it is. Can DA continue to, give Gardner Minshew fits? But that Colts offense under Shane Steichen looks goddamn good. Everyone is kind of chalking this up as a Saints win on Sunday. We got to stop. None of these wins. None of them. None of them. Until we see it. Go out and win.
And it comes down to, you can't give me any game that's a gimme when you can't score 20 points.
Nigga, we the gimme. Teams almost like, we play the Saints?
Oh, they got that for Lee right there, boy. Let's circle that.
Them niggas ain't scoring unless it's on defense, so right.
For real.
We just got to get to 2023.
That's it. So, no game's a gimme, bro. Like, I got to see, like, this offense, I don't believe in it. Maybe they proved me wrong this week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
had a little mini bye.
I don't believe it. I don't believe in Derek Carr. I got my problems with Pete Carmichael too. Like, you go back and watch that QB school. I finally finished it. It's some bad stuff. Carr, yes, too. Mainly Carr, but man, like the red zone stuff, it blows my mind, bro. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Like, it's when it fades. Like, what is all these fades? The lowest percentage throw you got in the red zone fades, and we just
running fades to like a small receiver, but not with don't throw a fade up to Jimmy Graham, who excelled at catching fades his entire career, bro.
Right, and throwing fades is hard, bro. It's a low percentage. It's a very low percentage.
Timing, everything gets a very
Like
specific.
Drew Brees used to do it like it was nothing, but that's Drew Brees. Like Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
We got used to it, bro. We got spoiled,
You
bro.
know?
We like what, every quarterback can't throw a pass.
Exactly. And we just running them like oh, yeah. So just a lot of things the Saints do. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I can't find the ultimate root of the problem. Yes, most of it's probably Carr. Some of it is just I don't know what they're thinking in the design scheme and some of the play calls. And that's not even talking about just some of the decisions they make. Like, look, we forgot to talk about this. The Kendrick Miller. Now, did we mention on the last pod that he was going to be benched? Did we put that out?
We did. We put it on the Patreon only one, but I guess we could put it out on this one too.
Okay. But now DA comes out and says,
"Oh, I didn't hear this."
Kendrick, on Monday, he said Kendrick had a little shoulder issue. Yeah, he had a little shoulder issue pregame, and we wanted to put Jamal Williams on the snap count.
Can I say this on the record? That's fucking bullshit. That is a hot lie.
I said in the Discord, bro. I'm like, bro, DA is lying, bro.
That's lying. I was getting the day before the game, bro. The day before the game.
So I'm so anticipating the injury report tomorrow. I just want to see if Kendrick is on there. Not even say even if he is on there, it doesn't really mean nothing. But I want to see it
because there's been the whole Atlanta Falcons, Bijan Robinson thing that happened where he was not on the injury report at all, and then he played one snap on Sunday, and I think there was maybe like another. That's a lie. I will say confidently, Kendrick Miller was healthy, could have played. The Saints, or DA's lying about it, chose not to play him, which is why I don't even know if we talked about it on the recap. No, I think we talked about it on the recap pod. It wasn't even on the Patreon only pod.
Yeah.
Is like, why are you playing Jamal Williams, who's coming off injury, and benching and not getting snaps to the younger player who showed some explosiveness in an offense that needs explosiveness.
And the funny thing is, you use Jamal Williams, but you don't use him for what he's famous for in the red zone.
Ain't that some shit, Ryan?
This man what he's supposed to be good at.
This man scored so many red zone touchdowns last year for the Lions. He's got one carry in the red zone. All right, this is hell.
It's hell, bro. It's hell, man.
Like, we supposed to be talking about like the matchups of the break.
Oh, none of that shit matter, bro. None of that shit matter. Their opponent is themselves, man. That's their opponent.
Is it me? Am I the villain? This is what the Saints asking themselves every game, bro. The way this game can stay close, and this is where it gets tricky, man. Like, we saw some spurts from the defense against the Jags. I didn't see the first drive, but it sounds like the Jags just went down and Poser Will scored a touchdown. And then the defense and special teams gives you 3 turnovers. 3. Offense doesn't score. If the defense doesn't get turnovers against the Colts and against Minshew, you know, they probably will be there. At least an opportunity to get some.
Right.
But if this defense cannot even maintain that, like an average NFL defense level, we haven't, like, I feel like there's people on the defense we haven't really aimed a lot at because there's so much going on with the team. Like, Cam Jordan's having like his worst season of his career.
We waiting, bro. Turn it on. We waiting on it, bro.
Cam's having the worst season of his career. Brian Breesy's not getting enough snaps. Big Creep is excelling. DeMario's having an okay season, but still not like a DeMario season.
Yeah, I've seen some bad snaps from him, bro.
Pete Warner's having a huge regression. this season. Alante's having a regression. We're getting the Lattimore that's still sometimes not focused if there's not a true number one. Honey Badger. Like, it's a long list, bruh. And that, if you're a defensive head coach, like, this is what you're supposed to hang your hat on. Like, your hat on.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, bro. And the thing is, like, not just defense, but for a team that can't score 20, if your kicker can't hit kicks, that'll cost you a game, bro. Like, you miss that's 3 points or 6 points. That's gonna cost you the game, man. And kicking.
Groupie maybe it just goes to show. And this again, sometimes we won a Groupie over Lutz. Guess what? We were wrong. It happened, right? Groupie has essentially cost the Saints 3 games, bro. Like, just if you think about it, he's cost them 3 games. Packers game, missed 46-yarder. I know he missed the extra point, and then did he miss 1 field goal or 2 field goals at the Texans game?
One.
I know the extra point was missed. I know he missed a field goal. I don't know if he missed another field goal other than that.
I think it was just that, yeah.
So even then, like, if the extra point in that kick was made, they could have, instead of going for a touchdown, I believe they could have been going for like a field goal to either tie it or maybe take the lead. And then he missed a kick, 2 kicks against the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
He's still on the team. And it's one of those things where we've said it, kickers and their confidence, like, once it's gone, it's kind of hard. And so it seems like they're sticking with him. And hopefully he gets through it. All I know is Will Lutz's agent saying, like, now what? Now what?
It's tough.
It's hard.
It's tough.
It's tough, man.
Trying to ride the rookie out, try to ride through the little ebbs and flows, but and then you got the punter.
Oh,
he's been ass.
We haven't really talked about him. He's been fucking atrocious.
Atrocious, bro. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot to overcome in this game. It's not going to be a gimme. Maybe Pete could cook it up. Maybe Derek Carr. Think about Derek Carr. With all the problems he's had, he could string together some nice drives here and there, bro. And the Saints honestly have moved the ball overall pretty well. Like,
they have.
Just compared to the rest of the league, they've moved the ball pretty well. But just it gets terrible in the red zone. They have too many consecutive snaps where nothing's happening and it's 3 and outs. So they have all kind of issues, bro. And go ahead.
Like, just be a little radical, bro. Like, I would be like, you know what, Pete, you got the offense from the 20 to the 20. Once we get in the red zone, the green zone, we're gonna switch over and let Ronald Curry's gonna be our red zone specialist play caller, bro.
Red zone specialist.
Like, if you about winning, right? Like, if you a head coach, you about winning, you try anything, right? Man, Pete don't want to call plays anywhere, bro. Pete be like, "Oh, for real? I don't got to call the red zone plays."
Hey, we don't even know the whole dynamic because, like, Ron Curry is the pass game coordinator. Like, maybe this is Ron Curry 2 cents. I don't even know, bro. Like, just fix it, man. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? And I could already see Jimmy Graham getting like 2 targets in the red zone this week. Like, just cause like it's been a thing this week, Jimmy Graham gonna get like 2 targets in the red zone.
Captain Terrell asked DA directly about it, bro.
Yeah.
It feels like I forgot what it was. Like, we were talking. It feels like the Texans game a little bit, bro. We was like, man, the Saints really got to attack the Texans linebackers with AK, with choice routes, angle routes. First play of the game. Did not see it the rest of the game. Gone.
Go, bro.
Just for a little update, Tankathon, Saints are picking right now, slot to pick 10 overall in the draft at 3 and 4. Just a little Tankathon update. How can they, we'll wrap this up because we don't want to go too long. How can they win this game against the Colts? It should be a game that I think it's going to be a close game. The thing that worries me as a fan going back to the Saints offense is the Colts have disruptive players on their defensive line. DeForest Buckner, Eric. We haven't really talked about the offense in terms of a deep dive in the offense. Eric McCoy has also had like a very awful, not awful, but he has had a very regressed season. Like he has not played well. The center for the Saints, and when you have a stud defensive lineman, it can get a little murky. And so many things have happening with this team. Like we have like the whole Trevor Penning not playing bench thing. Like it should be a much bigger thing. Like
much bigger story.
Should be a huge thing. Like
it's crazy.
Like you drafted him in the first round, and your two tackles are hurt. But he still is not playing. Like you're literally playing a practice squad, squad player.
Where are you, Florio? I need Florio on this.
Should be a huge thing, right?
Yeah, but offensive line in general, bro. We'll see, tomorrow with the injury report. But
let me just kind of go full circle. So you have a rookie kicker that essentially cost you games, missed numerous kicks, but he's still the kicker on the team. But a player that you drafted and supposed to be your left tackle of the future has a struggle for a couple of games, and now he's like fifth on the depth chart. Do you understand the mixed signal that may send to the players in the locker room?
Bro, DA said something to the effect of by benching Trevor Penning, it's to help his confidence. Like what? Like who is he telling that to? Like who? Like I'll be trying to be like, if I'm the media, I'm like, how can y'all sit and listen to that shit, bro?
With a straight face, bro.
With a straight face. I'll be I would like seriously, and that's not no shame on the media because they got jobs to do. But me, I'd be like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you do. Like,
to be fair,
bullshit
in my profession, unfortunately, clients bullshit me all the time, and I just have to just button it up.
Take it in, just button it up.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Got you. Okay. Understand.
Trying to help us confidence.
Your drug test says you're positive, but it was okay. Just keep pushing.
It can't be my blood.
I should do a little podcast episode on all the excuses or all the reasons we've heard from clients of why they tested positive for drugs. It would be just the funniest one was like, my boyfriend used meth before we had sex, and then we had sex, and he came in me, and that's how I tested positive for meth.
Bro, you not screaming laughing on there, bro. Just screaming laughing.
Bro, I just stonewall. Yeah, I talked to the lab tech, and they just said that's not a way. That's not possible for you to test positive for meth. Like that's
like, yeah, no.
Anyway, getting back, I'd rather talk about my job than talk about these niggas how they doing sometimes. Offensively, not even offensively, can this team score more than 20 against the Colts?
That's the ultimate question. Like against anybody.
Bruh, like when the Colts scored like 30 plus against the Browns had the number one fucking defense in the fucking NFL, Ryan. The Browns. And the Colts put up 30 plus with Gardner Minshew. And it's like, we about to go to Indy and we can't score 20 on offense and we expect to win?
What I will say is, I say the Colts offense is, I'm not going to say like the Patriots because they do have Michael Pittman, but it's like they don't have a lot of pop on their offense. You know what I'm saying? Now, Justin Taylor recently started to look good.
Jonathan Taylor, Zach Black Moss has been a great
Moss,
find as a backup.
I could already see that being a long day, like with the running game.
You already know, bro. Already know. And I know I'm gonna be yelling in the live stream. Why is 90 not on the field? Like why is he not on the field?
Yeah.
Don't know. Prediction. Do these Saints win? They beat the Colts on Sunday. 3-4 versus 3-4. They're in Indy.
I'm gonna say Saints gonna win.
Okay.
Saints gonna get it done. I don't know how.
Man said, don't ask me how. No, man, I'm not. I can't do it, bro. Can't do it, Ryan. Thought about it. Can't do it. Because then, so let's say they don't win. Now something. If they don't beat the Colts on Sunday, we gotta have a dialogue. We need to, something needs to change and something needs to happen. And I think if they don't win on Sunday, I think something will change and some type of change will happen. What it is, I don't know. I think I can put on this podcast that there might have been some changes that was going to come after that Thursday night football game after that pick six happened, and then they came back. But we don't know what we're talking about. So I got to see it. The only games I'm for sure giving them wins is the Bears game and the Rams game. That's it. Other than that, man,
I hate that the trade deadline coming up. And I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. Like, I don't care. Like, I used to be like, ooh, who could the Saints go get? I don't know. Ain't nobody I want. Like, I mean, they got people I want, but ain't nobody gonna come and improve this team, bro.
Oh no,
nobody.
Oh bro. No. Honestly, like, I'm glad it's coming up because if they drop, let's say they hypothetically lose to the Colts, I think and this is something I think is a big thing that needs to happen with the team in terms of self-scouting, right? It seems like the team may have self-scouted Derek Carr incorrectly. Shit happens, right? It happens. I think doubling down on that with his play, if it continues to not be good and just essentially be atrocious, that is an indictment. But I feel like this team, I don't know if, and I feel like it's Mickey. I don't even think it's DA. I think this team needs to maybe realize that they're not contenders. Because I think them having the mindset that they are contenders have led to a numerous bad decisions. We can go back to last year. Speaking of the trade deadline, things we know, things we don't know, whatever. I know for sure that the Saints could have traded Marcus Davenport at the trade deadline last year. They could have, I think it was to the Rams for maybe a second or a third round pick with the Rams, and the Rams were terrible last season. Because at that point, the Rams thought that they had like a chance, and I think that was before Matthew Stafford had gotten injured, and they needed pass rush really badly. But what had just happened? Saints played the Raiders. Raiders and scored a single point. Marcus Davenport German suplex fucking Devontae Adams on a fourth down play, and the Saints were like, no, we gotta keep Marcus Davenport. Like he's a key part. Again, that's bad self-scouting because they felt that they were better than they actually were. They keep him. Now he walks off. He goes off to Minnesota, and because of him being injured as much as he's been in Minnesota, the compensation, whatever pick that they were going to get for him, I believe it's decreased a whole round. Thank you, Marcus Davenport.
Man, just keep disappointing, bro.
On brand.
On brand.
You know what?
Man.
You know what I hope happens this season? Just this little sliver of hope. What if Peyton Turner comes back, bro, and just goes on a tear, bro? Wouldn't that be something? Like that would make me happy, man. Like that is not hyperbole. That's not me being facetious. Like that, I'd be like, that's cool. That's cool to see.
I forgot all about Peyton Turner. How about Isaiah Foskey? Can Isaiah Foskey do something? Hey,
forgot he was even on the team, Ryan.
I thought about the other day. I was like, damn, I forgot about 55, man.
Hell, bro.
Hell, man.
Like our pass rush and shit.
Perry.
Why is he not active over Lynn Botton? Can someone in the media ask DA that?
Ooh. Why draft these guys?
I don't know, man. Legitimately forgot Foskey was on the team until you just said his name. And like how telling is that I forgot that a second round pick was on the team, and this team needs pass rush the absolute most.
The worst way, in the worst way.
Anyway, Ryan got the Saints winning. I have the Saints taking an L. We'll see what happens on Sunday. We will have the live stream and Zoom set up as always. Please, please, please do not watch these guys in solitude, like in just alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, don't do it in general. For surely don't do it this season. Like, this is not the season to watch the Saints alone. Please.
No.
Become a Patreon. Low as $1 a month. Get in there. Just you don't have to have your camera on. You can just be in there. Just don't be alone. We as fans need each other. Well, except the ones that are blocked. But the other ones who support us, we need each other now in this season in the worst way. So I'll be sending the link out for that soon. But truly, as today was a very hectic and crazy day, for the people who have been listening to us as long as y'all have been listening, one, thank you. And then I think it's apparent that what we do and how we do it, we are very genuine about it. You ain't gonna get no sugarcoating, anything like that from us. It's not our style. So thank you. I can say this with some certainty in that if people didn't trust us, or if people didn't vibe with us, we wouldn't have 50 fucking people come to New Orleans in 2 weeks. We wouldn't have people across in the UK, across the pond, taking a long ass flight to Louisiana to hang
people
out
know real,
and enjoy us.
Yeah, people know real, man. People know when they're getting fed bullshit or not, So that's why we can get the criticism and all. We can get all the tweets and criticism, and the shit don't affect me at all because of y'all, because of our listeners, because of our Patreons, our people in the Discord, because we got them, all them people talking all that shit and all that, it just goes right off me. You know what I'm saying?
So, anyhow, thank y'all for the support. Listening, retweeting, Patreon, whatever if you're on YouTube, should have said this earlier, terrible at it, like and subscribe. For watching the video. At this point, the video is probably cut off. I understand. But if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. But thank y'all. So we will be back on Sunday, live stream, Zoom, recap pod. And after the Colts game, Ryan, it's countdown to the meetup.
Yes, sir.
Countdown to the meetup. Brunch, meetup party, Pelicans game, Saints Bears. We can watch, Nugent? No, whatever, bro. Nugent gonna be scrambling and just making off platform throws, but you know what? We still gonna win that game. You gonna win it, bro. I know it. So thank y'all so much, truly from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate y'all. We wouldn't be here without y'all. We'll be back on Sunday with the recap pod and the live stream. Get in there, hop in there, become Patreon, $1 a month. With that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.